And that's real talk. All right, you guys, now in today's video, your girl gonna be briefly going over some installment loans that you can add to your credit profile. Now, in most cases, people believe that credit cards is like just the main focus, or maybe, that's the only possible way in which you can get access to higher lines of credit in the future. However, your girl is here to explain to you guys that you need more than just credit cards. You need to really diversify your credit profile to get access to them higher lines. So yeah, this video is mainly for like people that's trying to maybe rebuild their credit, or you just starting off with credit, or maybe you have a thin credit profile. Whatever the case may be, your girl gonna give you a couple installments to consider to add to your profile, so that way you can get established and just slowly over time get access to them higher lines. So if y'all can, do me a favor and like and share this video, because it really helped new subscribers to finding our family, and it also to help us push into the YouTube algorithm. So with installment loans, you guys, and for those who don't know, I'll briefly go over it. It's basically like so let's say with a borrower, like they basically receive a certain amount of money up front, and they basically pay it over a predetermined period or term through regular payments or installments. With these type of loans, they typically include both a portion of the principal amount borrowed and as well interest charges. However, once the loan is paid out, it'll show as closed. So with installment loans, this will be great with helping your payment history and credit mix. Now with credit mix, you want to really be diversifying your credit profile, like I said, so that way you can get access to them higher lines in the future. You don't want to just have or be graded heavily on just credit cards. You want to have also too a mixture of different types of accounts, so that way you showing how well you can manage different types of debt when you present yourself to these credit unions, big banks, or lenders. And with payment history, this is making up 35% of your credit profile. So you want to make sure you're making them on-time payments, so that way, you look good to lenders, you showing your credit worthiness, and you showing that you are a responsible borrower. Because if you can't, pay your bills on time, why would you be rewarded in any shape or form if you can't, pay stuff on time, So making sure that you making on-time payments, so your payment history and credit mix, installment loans, these are very great in these areas. So some of the top recommended installment loans that I encourage you guys to consider with helping improve your credit profile, I would suggest is number one, personal installment loans and secured saving loans. Now these are good with helping like you as far as paying stuff monthly for a set term. It reports to all 3 credit bureaus, and as well it helps, like I said, as mentioned, building up your payment history and diversifying your credit profile. These are also 2 loans that are unsecured and can be possibly secured depending on which one you choose when you go to these banks, credit unions, or online lenders. Good credit product I recommend you guys is the Navy Federal Pledge Loan, and also to DCU and many other credit unions, they have a secured saving loan as well, like Navy Federal too. So if you guys haven't, for those who haven't, definitely check out that Navy Federal Pledge Loan video on my channel. It's a great installment loan to add to your credit profile, and it's basically a secured personal loan from Navy Fed, in which you can borrow money, but you basically using your own money as collateral. So with this loan, you guys, you basically pledging against your own money that is temporarily held until the loan is fully paid out through regular monthly payments. What people really don't understand, the power and the beauty but that's behind this installment loan, is that like you really sending out a message to these banks and credit unions when you asking for more money. But with this loan, you basically showing that you have liquidity, so it don't even matter, as far as how much money that you have at the time. like over time, like you building up your credit worthiness, and as well you helping yourself also too in the long run get access to them larger lines. So yeah, you guys, like having at least maybe like 2 to 3 of these loans with different amounts. You gotta think about this when you doing this. It's all about strategy. When you setting up your credit profile, you want to have strategy with it. So having at least 2 to 3 different amount of loans, maybe with different institutions, showing that, you know, hey, I done had like a secure personal installment loan showing on my credit profile with these different, you know, credit unions or banks, can really offset your credit profile, and like I said, get you access to them 25K limits and even more. So definitely check out, you know, the Navy Federal pledge loan, DCU pledge loan. Check them out, you know what I'm saying, on my channel. Another good installment loan you guys can add, you know, to your credit profile is auto loans. Now this is another great installment loan to add to your credit profile for those who genuinely, you know, in need of a car right now and not just, you know, rebuilding. Not buying a car and repaying it monthly. This gonna help you basically build your credit history, of course, if you make on-time payments. And why does this help you? Because it's adding an installment account with the longer term. You also too, you guys, is showing the ability to manage higher dollar loans. So, you know, definitely check out, you know, an auto loan if you're in need of a vehicle, because this definitely help offset your credit profile. And another gem I give with the auto loans too is I highly recommend you guys going through your traditional bank or credit union, mainly the credit unions, and getting like a check written by them personally to getting you that vehicle that you need if you're in need of a vehicle. Like when you go through these dealerships and stuff, they running your credit multiple times, and it's, you know, it's adding inquiries to your credit report. So, you know, when you go through the bank, you don't really have to worry about that. You also too, you getting better interest rates, you know, and also you building up more and more of a relationship with your traditional bank or credit union. So that's the name of the game. You know, the more relationship that you have with your traditional bank or credit union, the more you can get access to even more money, because you done build an established relationship with them. So yeah, your girl highly recommends you guys going through the banks or the credit unions to get you an auto loan. And another great installment too, you guys, you can add to your credit profile to help improve it is, you know, retail financing. So don't go crazy, but maybe some furniture to, you know, put in your house, some electronics, you know, that can help you produce more money. You know, it can help you in some shape or form, or just some appliances that you may need. Now only consider if they reports to the credit bureaus. Not all of them do, and also too that you can afford the payments. But you know, these are best for like necessary purchases that you would need to help, like I said, diversify your credit mix. It's also too helping with your payment history and purchasing as well, things that you may need, and like I said, produce more money while still in results. It's also helping you build / strengthen up your credit profile. So some good examples is, like I said, furniture stores, and possibly getting access to like maybe like the Best Buy credit cards. But yeah, nothing too crazy, you guys. Remember, everything is strategy, so don't be adding on all these store cards and adding it to your profile, because like I said, with store cards, you can't take them cards everywhere, like Visa cards or basically cards that you get from institution, the major credit cards. You can't take store cards. You can only go with store cards to that actual store. And plus, you don't want to have too many consumer type cards, period. But yeah, you guys, I hope y'all found value in this video today. And if y'all can, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm and new subscribers to find our channel. But until next time, y'all already know. I'll see y'all later.